Welcome back, guys. So, as you may remember when you last saw this, this thing flew like garbage. And I'm talking about my Ah-1G Cobra right here. Since you then saw that video, this is now my best helicopter, and I think it's going to be my best helicopter for quite a while. One of them being, I can take my hand off the keyboard entirely, and it will not lean majorly, tilt, flip, rotate. It does lean to the left just a little bit, but other than that, not touching anything, it flies, it hovers pretty well. And if I press S and adjust it, I can get a pretty nice hover, which none of my other helis can do. Well, except for the my Blackhawk. None of them else can really hover like this. Anyways, now what makes this heli so special, my Cobra, being it is really fast for being able to beat the air. This functions like a heli should. It uses the rotor on top to beat the air, go up, down, forwards, backwards. Although it doesn't go forward and backwards, it just goes up and down because when I heli this scale, this is almost 1-to-1. It's just a teensy bit off in about 3 areas, but considering what this game is, without getting it too big or too small, I used what I had and I managed to get it here. Now, other than that, for being able to beat the air, it is one fast helicopter. And pretty stable too. As you can see, we do about 130. This thing's top speed in real life is 155. I tried to get there, but without having it lean forward too much and going down too fast, I settled with pretty close to what I needed, which is 130. It kind of hangs, when going forward, it is also, again, really freaking stable. Again, leans to the left, but not majorly. It's not like doing that or anything. It is also extremely maneuverable. Again, for being a helicopter that beats the air, this is I really love how this came out. So, my Rotodyne, the Fairy Rotodyne, the problem with the major leaning, I fixed that kind of. It's getting there. But for now, I have this really fun thing to play with. I can do flips in it too. Uh, let's do a flip real quick. That was kind of bad. Okay, hold on, right for this. So what we do is we lean left, right. There we go, we got a flip. This is actually really good with PvP. So far, I've killed an arrangement of things, and I have not been shot down once. Despite being shot at, I have not been shot down. And that's mainly because it's so small and nimble. Ooh, there we go, I did not want to hit that. I'm definitely getting better building helicopters, and I'm glad too because, frankly, I love helicopters. Ever since I saw them in the game, it's always been, I've always wanted to make them, but with Contra rotating, that's as much as I was limited to because I didn't understand the idea behind a single rotor, single axle. But then it was with my, what was my first single axle helicopter? I believe it was my Blackhawk actually, that was my first. Yeah, my Blackhawk was my first single axle heli, which is surprising considering the Blackhawk is actually pretty stable. Not too fast, despite being able to go 255 in real life, of course, miles an hour. But it's pretty stable. Not as stable as this, not as fast as this, not as nimble as this, not as lag-inducing in a good way. This thing does not lag at all. Even when people spawn in buildings, it does not lag. Despite being, despite it locking. As you can see, it's a pretty tight lock. Oh, it's not even big. This thing's only 182 blocks. Not even 182 pieces, I should say. It's not even big. It's actually really small, count-wise. Let me see if I can land this real quick because I ended that pretty abruptly. Come on. Easy does it. Oh yeah, this thing is not really a fan of landing. It's also a bit nose heavy. Just a bit, but it lands well enough. Come on. There we go. So as you can see, one thing you might notice is this is supposed to be the gunner seat, and this is the pilot seat. I had them reversed though to make balancing easier, because that's my friend in his wheel mech. We are we were messing around with the wheel mechs. That's his, and mine's a giant frog with abs. Aside from, it's going off track. Aside from that, yeah, that's all I really have for you today. Let me know what you think. If there's anything you'd like to see, and if so, what would it be? Because again, I'm open to suggestions and your thoughts. So yeah, that's all I have. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.